I hope you guys are all doing well. I had a really beautiful request asking me to channel Goddess Isis, and it really struck some positive chords in me. And ever since I read that, I really jived with it and thought that would be a lot of fun to see what Goddess Isis would have to say to all of us. I, again, like Thoth, don't have a lot of background on who Goddess Isis is. I've heard of Goddess Isis, but I don't know much more about her than her name. Um, I do. I have heard there's some sort of connection between Goddess Isis and Mary Magdalene. It doesn't really matter to me. I feel like we're all Mary Magdalene, we're all Goddess Isis, we're all Jesus, we're all Buddha, we're all Lucifer, we're all part of each other. We're all part of each other. So in a way, then yes, absolutely. About everything, about the connection between all of us. I'm a part of you, we're a part of Isis, we're a part of all types of stuff. So I'm gonna chill out. I just want to do this thing. I had so much fun channeling Thoth the other day that I just want to channel some other super cool, high frequency, really positive deity type figures that we've all heard that name before, and just see how they come through my channeled message and get a unique perspective on them and what they have to share with us. So I'm gonna relax here. There's a lot of images hitting me really fast. It'll take me a moment here to process all of this. One is really fluid motion of air going in and air going out, which reminds me of meditation, grounding, peacefulness, but it also reminds me of what is fluid flowing water. There's echoes of like Nile River and echoes of Egypt type of thing. If Goddess Isis is like Greek or somewhere else, I don't know exactly. But there's something about moving water and wisdom about the water from the stream. There's also something about tears or sadness, deep feminine sadness. There's also like snapping of fingers of like go go go, like I'm really intense, like I want to. I feel like there's something important, something really important that's weighing down on my heart, and it needs to be shared. It needs to be said. It's really important. It needs to be shared right now. A lot of intensity, like go 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 movement. So the water is flowing like meditation breath goes in and goes out, but the water then flows downstream. But now it's starting to get a little bit more brisk, a little bit more movement in it, because the flow of the water is really, there's something really important that needs to be said right now. There's quickly the word hunger or starvation, but it's not about physical food, it's about energy starvation, energy hunger. What does energy hunger look like? Well, you know what physical hunger looks like. It looks terrible. It looks skin and bones. It looks starvation. Those poor children, those poor mothers, fathers, those families that have no food, they look like skin and bones. And yet they're still alive. There's nothing for them to eat, and we have a whole world full of food, and we can't share it with them. We can't ensure that these people are getting food. What is wrong with the world today? What is wrong with the world today? Is seriously wrong with the world today? So on the message of physical starvation, this is a really powerful message. She wants to bring this to everybody's attention. Hello? This is what is happening right now. Starvation is happening right now. But she's also intermixing it with what is energy starvation. It loves starvation. A starvation of, hold on, she's wanting to give me a balanced explanation. She wants me to go back to the original picture of people starving. She wants us to take a look at this picture of people starving, physically starving. We haven't looked at this picture for long enough yet. So she wants you, in your mind and in your heart, this isn't a joke. This isn't just something that we know about. National Geographic showed us, Discovery Channel showed us, history books show us, there's a commercial. This isn't a joke. I want you to look at the starving people on the planet. And I want to ask you, why are there starving people on this planet? Do you have enough food to eat? Why don't they have enough food to eat? How come we're not doing something to ensure that these people have enough food to eat? She's showing me how a lot of people would say, well, we are doing something. I donate money actually to for people to have food to eat in Africa, for instance, or food to eat in my country. She's showing me what is the structure of society. She's showing me how, for instance, she's talking so fast. It's hard to keep up. We have enough weapons. And we don't have to. She's talking about, okay, she's talking about charity and how we're devoting our charity, as called taxes, to making sure we have enough weapons to blow each other up. But what about taxes going to making sure there's enough food to eat across the planet? But then she's really quickly talking about, oh shit, there's countries. There's reasons why we can't feed people in other countries because they're not in our country. So let's make sure our taxes go to our people first and not to other people, because we're separate people. We're not together. We're not one human race. We're different people. And there's boundaries, there's borderlines. We can't cross those borderlines. So let's make sure we have enough weapons in our country to blow everybody up. She's getting really into very complex conversations. A lot of people would have a point to make about the value of war, a point to make about why we need protection, a point to make about why there has to be boundaries, a point to make about well, this is politics and people are trying to make decisions for the best of everybody, and a point to make about all this dot. But she's showing me a table full of fucking points, and she takes her arm and just shoves all of this stuff off of the table, and I hear clink, clink, boom, 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 blah, 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 blah. And this table is empty. And all that is left is us. She says there's too much noise. Too much noise. Too many valid points. She takes again her arm, really irritated, and shoves all this stuff off of the table. I'm so sick of your valid points. There's people starving. She's really has a fire and an upset, anger. She's pissed off. You could say that she would be cussing right now. She wants to know if you think a goddess could be an angry person. Could I have a valid point to be angry? Or should I always be happy about everything? Should always be glad about everything in this world and everything is right, and I should accept people's valid points because that's their decision and that's the way things are, but I shouldn't be mad, because I'm a loving person and love doesn't ever get mad. So let's just let him die. And I shouldn't be mad about that, should I? Shouldn't have any emotional reaction to that. She is so upset about this. I mean, her tears are now what is like the Nile River, and it just, they flow and they flow and they flow, and things are not peaceful or calm. There's no breathing that is meditative in or out. It's like shaky. It's so upset. It's just flowing. She shows me a mighty fist, like a comet, really large comet that comes down and cracks into the earth. And I hear the earth have a giant, enormous ripple that goes all the way across it. And it feels like the earth is about to break and everybody is just woke up. Like, what the hell just happened? People are even thrown back and hit their head on the ground. And when they come to, they're like stars going round and round in a circle. And it's like, whoa, what? Whoa. And people are starting to feel like something just punched them in the face, and maybe they need to wake up and look around. Maybe they need to see something. Maybe they need to have a reality or a realization. Maybe they need a good kick in the ass. Maybe people need a good kick in the ass in order to wake up. Maybe they need a comet to hit the planet and for the planet to blow up and explode before people will wake up. She's starting to a circulation of emotion or a circulation of energy. It's just sort of going around and it's slowing down. It feels a lot calmer now. She shows me a very interesting picture. A very large drill. It goes into the center of the earth. From which point? The equator. So I'm looking at the planet, North and South Pole, and right in the center, there's a massive drill that comes from outer space all the way down, and it drills into the planet Earth, all the way into the core of the planet. It takes a long time. There's something very exhausting and disorienting about this. She interchanges it with another picture. Something like having the right way to crack a coconut in one hit. Something about cracking open the earth. So once this drill gets to the core, the earth then becomes two halves. Somehow it hit it in just the right way that the earth becomes two halves. And the coconut too got hit in just a way it cracks into two perfect halves. She likes when people have. She shares this coconut with the starving family. She also shows coconuts as feminine breasts as well. She shows feminine breasts feed babies. I say, Goddess Isis, I'm telling her, why are you so upset about these starving families? Why are you so upset about the Mother Earth? Why are you so upset? This is not just about starving families, starving children, moms and dads, starving animals. There's other versions of starvation too. There's other things going on this planet. I'm talking to her about how I handle my own challenges or frustrations when I get really upset to hear certain things. I have to find a way to breathe. I have to find a way to balance my energy. And I tell her that I, Abby, am just one person. I care about other human beings. I am not a supporter of war. I do care about the animals. I do care about the planet. I do care about the ocean. I do care about the air we breathe. I do care about the water we drink. I do care about the food that we eat. Even in countries where we have enough food to eat, is it really a balanced diet that we have access to? Families with kids working overtime often go to fast food restaurants in order to keep sane. I tell her this is all across the globe. This is everywhere. I tell her I'm just one person. I can't fix everything on the planet. Abby, cannot fix everything on the planet. But what I can do is make a choice to give my gift to this world and let my gift make a difference somehow, some way. So that difference can create a domino effect that eventually gets to starving people, to cleaning the water and the air and the food we eat and a balanced community. I tell her, I, Abby, dedicate my life to this. I have conquered an obstacle course of human challenges. Human challenges, psychic challenges, financial challenges, being a mother challenges, life challenges, emotional challenges. She was challenges with all kinds of stuff. So in the process of trying to weigh in how to stay balanced just as a human being with an array of emotions and fears, and now I have to somehow conquer that plus do more. Abby, am still doing everything I can. I'm just one person, Goddess Isis. So how can I help them? I help them by choosing acceptance and trust, by raising my own vibration and teaching others empowerment, conquering fear, spirituality, love, teaching them how to raise their vibration. So I raise the vibration of the planet and everyone here, one person at a time. She's sharing a message with me, but it's very deep. And again, the tears are falling. It's calming down. The river is calming down and relaxing. She wants to get to the heart of the earth, the heart of humanity. She asks me, Abby, how do you get to the heart of humanity? How do I reach the heart of humanity? How do I, Goddess Isis, make a difference for people in other countries around the world? How do I make a difference here? We're talking about souls, spirits, interdimensional beings who want to make a difference on this planet, who want to have a voice on this planet, but they have to also stay quiet in a state of trust, in a harmonic vibration, continuing to send love and patiently waiting for us to cycle beyond these choices of fear and greed and all of these emotions that are self-imprisoning and imprisoning of all, imprisoning of the human race. How does she then participate in helping? But how do you participate in helping? She's continuing to want to show me the drill image and opening the earth up, and seeing inside the earth is a red, vibrant, beating heart, and it is full of love. It is full of so much love, it's unbelievable. She's talking about sacredness, holiness. To see your food as sacred. To see your life, choices, every single one of them, choosing to make decisions based on what is sacred and holy. What is a sacred gift I give to the world and to myself? She wants to know if you feel your job or your role is a sacred role. Is it a holy role? Is it a spiritually connected, full of love vibration, so valuable in love and purity and the divine essence of all that it is sacred? She shows me the whole planet has totally lost its connection with the frequency of what is sacred and holy. Even what is sacred and holy is the divine body, divine sexuality, feminine, masculine, children, babies, food, earth, air, water, sacred. If you were to look in the mirror today, if you were to look at your face, would you see a person looking back in the mirror who is sacred? She says you should and you better. And now you better treat your body as though it is the most holy, most sacred, most pure, most extraordinary gift and blessing your soul could ever have. And you need to live every single day in this way, in this holy vibration. She shows me crowds and crowds and crowds of people don't even resonate with what that means. Holy, sacred. I just want to play on my cell phone. I just want to eat whatever I want to eat, do whatever I want to do. It's my life. She says, is that what you say? She tells me, Abby, sometimes that being calm and taking it all inside and choosing acceptance is not what makes change. Sometimes change, it needs fuel for the fire in order to be seen, heard, experienced, to wake people up, to give people noise. The alarm clock makes noise. It's annoying. But you hear it, don't you? Sometimes people need a voice that is loud and it's in their face and it wakes them up and it gives them an opportunity to make a choice. To choose to say, no, I don't want to participate in helping this world. Now their soul gets to know what that feels like as they continue to incarnate it into other lifetimes. You choose, you receive. She wants to be seen as a strong woman with a strong voice and a strong dream for people to remember, to align with, to choose, to see the sacredness of creation, the holiness, the purity, to be that, to choose that, to care about that on a level that nothing else matters. And it's important. And it needs to be heard. It needs to be loud, and we need to crank the volume on this. She asks how many people quietly in their own worlds talk about the issues of the world quietly. Don't be heard. Don't be loud. Don't make a statement. Don't come out of the woodwork. How many people do you think are just as upset but don't say anything about it? Therefore, if nothing is said, nothing is heard, and nothing changes. How do you make changes on your planet? You make a loud noise with a lot of people who believe in the same thing and really feel strongly about that. She shows me if you do not make a loud noise, she shows me the whole world starving to death, and that's all there's ever going to be. Whether it's physical starvation, emotional starvation, sexual starvation, imbalances of all kinds, energy starvations, physical starvations, that's the way it's always going to be because we are not choosing to loudly say, no, I don't want to live on a planet like this. Everything is just relaxing. I feel the waves of what is like even the ocean just sort of moving backward. I feel disconnection from that message. It's sort of odd because it leaves me with a very sad feeling inside my heart. How many times do we hear those beautiful soft messages and it makes us feel positive, right? But sometimes the harsh ones give us something to work with as well. The harsh ones are valuable too. I'm just going to take a moment to collect myself. So there we have it. This is my experience of Goddess Isis. I want to thank you for the inspiration to explore this channeling. I have a lot to think about. I'm kind of out of it right now. All right. If any of you are interested in connecting with me through a psychic session, please visit me at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful day.